Breaking news. Vitafoam just gave their shareholders extra shares, but the crazy part here is that their total investment value did not increase. Why? I'll explain. Hi, it's Chisom, and today we're going to be talking about bonus share issues. Vitafoam recently announced a bonus share issue to reward their shareholders after a strong turnaround in earnings. This was a 1 for 5 bonus issue, which means that for every 5 shares you own, you get one extra share. That is if you were holding before the record date. And as a result of this, the company's total outstanding shares went from 1.25 billion to 1.5 billion. Very important, this was not a stock split. It was a bonus issue funded from retained earnings. Let me break down what this kind of looks like. So let's say, for example, you're qualified and you own 100 shares of Vitafoam as at the record date. So for every 5 shares you own, you get one new share, one extra share. So that means for the 100 shares you own, you get an extra 20. That's 5 for every 1 for every 5 you own. So in total, you're going to be getting about 20 extra shares. So in total, you now have 20 shares. That's kind of what it looks like. I know you'll be thinking, oh, that means my investment, like my total Vitafoam's stocks value is going to increase. No, the Vitafoam share price is going to adjust downwards to make sure that your total investment value remains the same. So for example, let's say the total value for your 100 shares was 5,000 naira and they give you an extra 20 shares. You see that your total investment value will still be 5,000 naira because the actual share price will adjust downward. I know this is a little bit confusing, but think of it as like a cake. So basically, it's a cake. The cake size remains the same, just that you now have more slices. Does that make any sense? It should. And the reason for this share issue was because of their strong financial performance in 2025. Vitafoam's profit after tax was about 14.54 billion. Their revenue was about 111.38 billion, if I'm not mistaken. And their earnings per share was around 9.43 naira. So yeah, their financial performance in 2025 was really strong. So because of this strong turnaround, they decided to reward their existing shareholders with extra shares for the same price. So take this as a little lesson in long-term investing. The company rewarded their shareholders and also increased their liquidity. So imagine you were not a long-term shareholder with Vitafoam. You just bought Vitafoam, took a little profit and left the market. You wouldn't be able to benefit from this share issue. Take this as a little lesson in long-term investing because there is reward for time spent in the market. And as always, follow me, like, share to your friends who you think might need this, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.